we got a new chapter of Peak Ruto of Burrito, and Burrito is looking really good. Honestly, dude, this chapter was again pretty good. Again, the pacing is always an issue. I feel like this chapter, I don't know. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. If it were weekly, this manga would have been 3 separate chapters. Like the first chapter would have been like the flashback for Ishiki and then Kankuro, and it would have probably ended with him asking Shikamaru not to say anything to Tamari. And then the second chapter, like for the second week, would have probably been the whole conversation of them with Code, and then bossing Code around and making them look like a bitch. And then I think the third chapter would have probably been the conversation between Boruto and Kawaki. So yeah, I guess it's fine. I guess the pacing is, I mean, we would just have an extra 20 pages with like a 4th chapter, but I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay. So we're going to break it down. Part 1 of this chapter was basically just the flashback of Ishiki and Gaara. And I got to say right off the bat, Moagi's Shinju is looking bad. I just want to get that out the way. Moagi's Shinju is, bro, I will let myself get devoured by her. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Turn me into a tree. Turn me into a fruit. Eat me up. Gobble, 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 gobble. So yeah, I just want to get that out the way. And that section of the chapter was it was good. I liked seeing like Shinki's power level and him using like his abilities. I still don't know how he was able to develop a seal to keep like Gaara alive, because like how is Gaara still alive though? Because you know he was kicking the bucket, and just because Shinki sealed him up in some way, like now he's good. I have questions about that. You know what I mean? I feel like Gaara, again, for narrative purposes, Gaara could have just been heavily fatigued and, you know, beaten up, but not necessarily like on the verge of, you know, death, because how did Shiki seal him up? Like, sure, Shiki sealed him up, but it doesn't look like he's sealed up. He never, you know, did a jutsu. He just kind of like ordered like the magnetic sand around him, and then that's it. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I don't know how that happened. But anyway, Gaara is still alive. So I imagine that the next arc is going to be, I want to imagine in the Sand Village, they're going to try and protect Gaara from all of this. Now, I wish that we can get some action from like the secondary characters finally, because I like this manga. I like Boruto, but I feel like the biggest thing that Boruto has lacked is secondary characters. Like, if not heavily lacked secondary characters, Boruto is lacking almost in like 0. Fuck, man, like they have not even mentioned, like, I think this is the first time that they mentioned these secondary characters, and you know, that's it. So I would like it if we get some secondary characters in there, because bro, we haven't even gotten a mention of Kakashi at all. Like the whole, like these anime original characters, Denki and like the other guy Iwabe or something, like they haven't even showed up in the manga. Like, not even Mike. No characters have showed up in the manga. Just, it's literally been Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto, Kawaki, and Sarada, and like the class president. And that's it. They are the basically only characters that have popped up. So yeah, I would like for Two Blue Vortex to actually kind of like take their time and do something with these secondary characters so they can go on a mission. But again, I think it's impossible, because it's like a Shinju and everything. So I think it's impossible for them to take on this new character, because I think they are at least all Kage level, because I'm pretty damn sure that Moegi, like the character Moegi, the OG character Moegi, isn't like Kage level, and her Shinju version is Kage level, and I think a little bit beyond Kage level, because she was fondling Gaara and she was like fine. So yeah, I think this guy is at least Kage level, and I think he is definitely Shinki is definitely stronger than like Moegi. So I can only imagine that the Shinju version is going to be much stronger. So yeah, I hope we get some other characters interacting in like the Sand Village, because that's where I imagine the next arc is going to go. But yeah, and then after that we get the conversation of Code, and I like, bro, like Code, like if Yoru in Chainsaw Man loses aura like nearly every chapter, Code is like one of the most pathetic characters I've read in manga. For real though. Like in part 1 in like the OG Boruto manga, he seemed like a menace, and he was like, you know, but after he got beat by Momoshiki and Kawaki, like things have never been the same, because he showed up in chapter 1 being a menace, and he got absolutely fondled by Boruto, humiliated, and then he goes to like his hideout, and then he's gonna get absolutely bodied by the Shinju if Boruto hadn't shown up to save his ass. You know what I mean? And so, and then after that, like he's just going around everywhere, and then here he's like spying on these guys, and then they capture him, and then they like cut off his arm. Like, bro, and even with the karma activated, he just got fondled, bro. So yeah, Code is one of the most pathetic characters I have ever read so far. Like, he's just really pathetic. He has just completely lost the way. You know what I mean? And now instead of ordering these guys around, instead of them being his army, now he's their minion. So yeah, and I really appreciate the way that Bugs Shinju was like, why is it that every time I see you get humiliated, I feel joyful? And I'm like, that's Bug talking, bro. He did treat Bug like a bug. So yeah, I don't know, I just really appreciate the fact that Code just keeps getting humiliated. Like, why is he here even? He's kind of irrelevant at this point. So yeah, GG for Code. And I really like the fact that, for example, like they do have the chakra and like the abilities from like their OG counterparts that have been turned into a tree, because Shinki, or Ryu in this case, Ryu is able to use the magnetic sand basically out of his body. So it's not even like he manipulates sand, like his body just like his Shinju body just produces like the magnetic sand, and he just starts fondling like Code, and he's very respectful. So that's a good thing, right? He's a very respectful character. So I like Ryu. I like Ryu a lot. So that's pretty good. And obviously his mission, his goal is to get Gaara, Kazekage. So yeah, that's why I think, and everybody thinks, that the next arc is going to be in the Sand Village, which I guess is going to be a rescue the Kazekage arc 2.0, like in OG Naruto and Shippuden. So yeah. And then after that, we have the conversation between Kawaki and Boruto. And listen, dude, and I don't know if anyone else agrees. I hope that other people agree, but I do not like Kawaki. I find his ass so annoying. I really don't like Kawaki. I find him to be very annoying. I really can't sympathize with the guy because he's just so... like, he has such a one track mind. He has like a one track mind of, I gotta get rid of all of Otsutsuki, which I appreciate because I called him out in like other reviews where he wants to get rid of like all Otsutsukis, like except him. But no, like he kind of like he kind of slapped me with like a backhand slap, and he was like, all Otsutsuki must be eliminated, including myself. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you're not a hypocrite. Which I like the fact that, you know, Boruto is kind of, again, this is why it's kind of annoying, because Boruto still views him as like a brother, but Kawaki just views him like views him as like a pet. Like, I cannot like Kawaki. Like, they will never make me like Kawaki because of the way he just acts. Like, he just sees Boruto and like on sight he wants to terminate him. I'm like, bro, why don't you help him get rid of Momoshiki? Like, he did the same thing to you. Why can't you just help him back? Like, why can't you just give him the benefit of the doubt? Because he's being such an a-hole, man. Like, he took Boruto's life, and he's not being sincere about it either. It's not like, hey guys, listen, like, I messed up, I did this. Let's help my brother Boruto out. No, he's like, I gotta kill you. I'm like, bro, this is giving me huge Naruto and Sasuke vibes. And if I found the Naruto and Sasuke relationship kind of annoying, mostly on Naruto's part, this relationship between Kawaki and Boruto, I find it annoying on like Kawaki's side, because Sasuke's intentions were clear from the start of like, I don't want to be your friend and I actually want to kill you. And Naruto's like, no, but you're my best friend, Sasuke. Like, shut the fuck up, Naruto. Like, just be quiet, bro. And then in this part, Boruto's like, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. But we gotta save the world. So, you know, just like being a fucking Chad, not like his dad when he was young. And then Kawaki's like, but I have to kill you because you're not Otsutsuki. Like, Kawaki, relax, bro. Like, damn, chill out, dude. Like, I find him so annoying. I do not like Kawaki. What I did enjoy, though, is Boruto calling him out and calling him weak. I really enjoyed that. And I actually like the reveal that Amato has been working on Kawaki and lowering his, like, putting a cap on his power, but increasing his defense. And I imagine that's because, like, he's lowering his power. He's putting a cap on his power so that he doesn't go rampage and he can still control him. But he's putting like, giving him more defense and regen abilities so that he doesn't end up, you know, dying, because he still needs him. I am pretty sure it's to get his daughter back, I imagine, unless, and this is just an unless, but save this video, unless Amato wants to become the new Shinju god, Senjutsu god, Otsutsuki god. I forgot the god's name, but unless he wants to become the new god of the Otsutsuki. Shibai, I want to think that, you know, to get his daughter like completely back, I want to imagine that maybe Amato is going to become the new Shibai, and through Shibai's power, he's going to get back his daughter, which I can get behind that idea. I think it would be pretty interesting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. So bye-bye.